morning, everyone. Been a little while since I've done a run vlog. I think the last time I actually videoed something was late August, and now it's September 27th in Calgary here. It is plus 11 degrees Celsius. Just unbelievable. Earlier this week, 6 days ago, we had about 10 centimeters of snow, and here we are running in shorts. Yet again, I'm holding to our word with Barb and Margot that we'd run in shorts until the end of October, come snow or not. And we have been successful with that so far. We'll see how long we can hold on to that. Hitting the trail as well. It's been a while because I'll give you a little bit of a life update here in a few minutes, but time to hit the trails down in the Tuscany Ravine. Oh, one thing I want to add. I just thought of this, but does anybody have a favorite running hat or something that they wear? This baseball cap has been through the ringer and back. Oh, sweat stained and broken in. My wife says, "Oh man, you got so many other hats. Why are you wearing that one?" Because nothing feels better than a hat that's broken in. Almost, it fits your head perfectly. Broken down almost. It's so bad. But it's just like a fresh pair of socks. Yet you can even smell it from here. It smells so bad, but just throw it in the dishwasher or wash it every once in a while. You're all good. Okay, enough chatting. Let's get up and do this. No, Garmin, I'm not going to take your suggestion here. Thank you. It feels good to lace up the trail shoes. Trail's a little bit wet from, as you can see, a little bit of snow left over. You really have to be careful through sections like this because of that snow we had. It's a little tiny bit of ice on the mud or under the mud, and it's just small little spots. But then you have the leaves as well, which can get quite slippery as well. So a bit of a running / life update, I guess. It's been a little while. The only thing wrong with today, it's just a little bit windy. But I'm not complaining because it is so warm. Okay, about six weeks ago or so, after my last vlog I put out here, I'm gonna slow down and walk a little bit, no rush. Just enjoy being out on the trail. Yeah, 6 weeks ago, Margot and I were talking, and our friend Barb, who runs with us 3 times a week, said, "Yeah, I gotta sign up for a race because the last number of years I've done 1, maximum 2 races per year. I was never one to race a lot, even in my younger days. I'd race a few times a year, and that's about it. But I said, yeah, let's sign up for some races. So I signed up for a 10K with our youngest daughter. It was her first 10K, and Margot was going to run that too. And then the following weekend, I decided to sign up for a trail race, 32K on Nose Hill. 2 weeks later, this is all on the same day. 2 weeks later, I signed up, Margot and I and Barb, I signed up for a half marathon, the first responder half marathon, signed up for that. Margot and Barb signed up for the 10K. And then 1 week later, I guess. No, 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, all 3 of us signed up for the Banff Winter Start race. It's a night race in the town of Banff, 7 o'clock start, 8 kilometers, one good nasty hill, Tunnel Mountain. And that's what we did. We signed up 6 weeks ago. A week after I signed up, we were supposed to do the 10K. I caught COVID, so I was down, out for, I don't know, 5 days. It wasn't as bad this time, thank goodness. So that was a bust, the 10K. Margot and Grace did it. Grace did her first 10K. Congrats, Grace, on that. That was awesome. The following weekend, I was supposed to do the 32K trail run. Contacted the race organizer, said, yeah, that's not going to happen. And there's also a 16 and a 10K option. I think there was a 5K option as well. And I contacted the race organizer. They said, yeah, no problem. So I ended up running the 10K. Pretty hard for my fitness or lack of fitness level. That felt it felt really good, but man, that hurt. Woo, that hurt. Nowhere near my even quick pace, but I don't care. I went out and did it. That was the main part. Just went out and ran as hard as I could for the 10 kilometers. And then last weekend I raced the 21K. Again, just went as hard as I possibly could, and I haven't done any speed work at all in a long time. Maybe a couple of short pickups for a kilometer or so, but at about 13 or 14 kilometers I was feeling the effort, but sucked it up and got through it and felt really good at the end. No, I didn't feel good. It felt really good to go hard. And then this weekend coming up, 6 days from now, 5 days from now, 6 days from now, we have the Banff Winter Start. And again, I'll just go and run it as hard as I can and have no expectation, but it honestly felt really good to get out and do a couple of races like that. So Margot and I and Barb decided that we were going to do the Calgary Marathon coming up in May of next year. And the reason I want to do a road marathon, switch over from the trails, first of all, winter, it's tough to get on the trails because usually there's a lot of snow and ice and just nonsense. Get on the trails as much as I can, but it will be 30 years since I did my very first and only Calgary Marathon. So that will be, I did my first one in 1995, which ironically is 3 years after I did my first marathon, because my first marathon I did was at Ironman Canada. Yeah, go figure. That's not usually the way I would recommend for anybody to do it, to do an Ironman before you do a marathon. But that's the way I did it. So this winter, be prepping for a marathon. Try to do a decent effort. No expectations with time or anything like that, but just want to go and see how fast this 57-year-old body can get out and run a marathon on the road. Really looking forward to taking you along this journey, everyone. But enough chit chat. The sun's out. Let's get going. Woo, a little warm for a long sleeve. This is the Tuscany Ravine Trail, which I've done and shown many times on the channel. Every time of year is beautiful through here. I really like fall. That's probably my favorite. Fall and spring. Fall and spring are probably my favorite. Almost all uphill on the way home, which is good preparation for that Banff Winter Start run, because what you end up doing is running in the town of Banff along Banff Avenue for 2 kilometers or 2.5 kilometers. I can't remember exactly. Done it a few times in the past. And then you run up a nice, at least 1 kilometer long hill, Tunnel Mountain. And then you come screaming down the hill and then run along the flats back to Banff. It's just a good big party atmosphere. Lots of fun. Okay, let's get going. Oh, in the endurance sport world yesterday, because that's the world I follow. Half marathon world record set in Valencia, 57:30. Beat it by 1 second. But then, even more impressive, Patrick Lange from Germany at the age of 39, I believe he's 39, somewhere around there. Won the Hawaii Ironman. Set a course record. Was 8 minutes or so behind the leader, 9 minutes maybe, at the end of the bike, and ended up winning by 7 minutes. Didn't even really have to push the second half of the marathon and still ran a 2:36. He wasn't challenged, so he was on pace to do a sub 2:30 marathon in Hawaii at the Ironman. Kudos to you, Patrick Longuet. That's his third title. So much for all the young guns that were expected to race for the title, although Magnus Ditlev, younger gentleman, mid-20s I think, he came in second, and Rudy Von Berg from the US came in third. What a race. I thought it'd be a lot closer than that because 7 guys went under the previous bike course record. From doing many Ironmans myself, you even see it in the pro rank, everyone, where people outbike themselves and then end up just suffering on the marathon. And there were pros like Christian Blumenfeld, who came second in Kona 2 years ago. He won the Olympic gold medal back in Tokyo. He won Ironman World Championships when it was held in Utah. He was projectile vomiting about an hour and a half or so into the bike, and I mean projectile vomiting. Whoa, that was rough. And he ended up running a 3:30 something. Again, I just think too many of them went too hard on the bike, and it always comes back to haunt you in an Ironman. I was just finishing up here. Yeah, I'm not recovered from that race 6 days ago. It does feel good back on the trails. Thanks for watching, everyone. Maybe sign up for a local 5K or 10K or anything. Just sign up for a race. Support your local races and get outside. Outside is always better than inside. Maybe even hit that subscribe button. Cheers, everyone.